It's Monday, May 13th, 2019. Coming up on the program today, homosexuality is caused by anal semen-eating worms. Plus, Whitey is still trying to get away with blackface in 2019. A new Uber ride freak out, and a pussy full of needles. All coming up today.
The guy, he's in the dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's sniff freak.
Try new peanut butter aids.
Got my ass all fucking spread out.
Christian now fears his flatulence.
I fucked my brother. I fucked him.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
All right, Timothy James Henson back here with you for the Monday podcast, starting off a new week of programs. Have you seen the trailer for the soon-to-be blockbuster, LaQuisha? Hold up. We don't know anything yet. Let's not jump to conclusions. Yeah, the title of the film is a white person's go-to ethnic-sounding black woman name. It was always ever going to be LaQuisha or Shanae. That being said, I know that, there are black women named LaQuisha. Maybe this film was written and directed by her. Actually, the movie was written, directed, and starring Jeremy Seville, a white man. Strike two. The chances of this film being kind of racist have just increased exponentially. You're treading on thin ice there, Jeremy. You couldn't even have gotten a sister to direct this film? Come on! Well, let me walk you through this trailer. We start at Barney's Bar.
You always seem to say the right thing to just the right person.
This is someone at the bar drinking, talking to the bartender, who I'm guessing is Jeremy Seville.
To just the right person. What's your secret?
I'm really just talking to myself. I don't charge for my advice.
Well, you should, because it was amazing. I saw this, and I thought of you.
All right, she hands this guy a slip of paper that reads, "Wanted, radio talk show host, minorities and women encouraged to apply, contact WCRW, blah, blah, blah."
And I thought of you. You will be a hit in no time.
Welcome to the Joe Show. I submitted myself to a radio station for my own show.
Well, congratulations.
They rejected me.
Well, congratulations then.
All right, aside from not great acting, and by the way, this movie includes some of the worst green screening I've ever seen in my life. Joe, after being, rejected for this job, watches some trash television, some like daytime talk shows. The show is called Trash Talkin'.
Asking me is their own show. If I was a black woman, I'd be perfect.
Joe comes up with an idea. He remembers that little slip, the wanted ad, included the words minorities encouraged to imply. So he records a new demo using his black voice.
Look, we gonna be the biggest thing in radio, but I still need my anonymity.
And of course, it's like that ghetto black voice, right? I know. I need my anonymity.
You live with LaQuisha. What's your problem?
Hi, LaQuisha. It's free.
Oh, I ain't talking to you, not the way you sound. Next caller.
You go, girl.
Yeah, now there's people listening to LaQuisha. Of course, they're black, and they're like, yeah, you go, girl.
Go, girl.
By the way, this was so written by a white guy, because I don't think black people or white people say you go, girl anymore.
You go, girl.
Mm-hmm. You date that man. He's all that and a bag of chips. Like, what is this, fucking 1994?
You just be good to her. If you good to yourself, you can be good to others. But don't be too good, because the police will come around.
Yeah. LaQuisha!
I got another job.
Doing what?
Consulting work.
Yeah, he hands over, the whole thing is their child is gifted and needs to go to a special school for smart kids, and it costs like $13,000 a month or something. So that's why he wants to take this job, right? I don't think he understands how local radio works. You get paid shit. Like, I think it's just above minimum wage. You're not going to have wads of cash.
like the whole city has a Quisha mania.
I am Loquisha, officer.
What was that?
I think I might be a black woman trapped in a white man's body.
Oh, that's going to play real well with the black audience.
I'm on a bridge above the river, and I'm gonna jump.
But thanks for calling. Enjoy your jump.
Finally, a Medea for white audiences. Raves Tim Henson of Distorted View Daily. Feel free to use that quote on the back of the DVD. Now, I'm not offended by much, and this did not offend me either, but I'm also not a black person, and I can understand why they might be a little miffed. I'm more upset because it just looks like a shitty movie. As a matter of fact, if you happen to be Amazon Prime members, you can see Jeremy Saville's previous movie, The Test, for free. He doesn't appear to have a good track record. The Test is about a man who is marrying a woman and he decides to test his fiancée, make sure she's worthy of him. And he observes how she responds to all of these stress tests. Like she hires a guy to hit on her, then he fakes amnesia, he gets her fired. Basically, he just lies and deceives her for 88 minutes. Because that's what all good marriages should be based on. Some reviews include 1 star, terrible, couldn't get past the first 15 minutes. Utterly pathetic acting, 1 star. Sucked, 1 star. I kept watching thinking it would get better. See, that is a common error people make when watching movies, thinking it's going to get better. If you're 30, 40 minutes into the movie, just give it up. 1 star rating. We found it very boring, not funny at all. The plot was too dramatic. Fast forward through the dialogue. Here's a very polite review. I would like to rate this 0 stars because this was the most disturbing film I've seen in a long time. Keep in mind, this is supposed to be a rom-com. 1 star. Worst acting I've seen in some time. The next review, 1 star. Horrid message. At the end of her review, she says he should have died at the end. I think I'm going to watch this tonight. I was thinking this would make a great Distorted View shitty night at the movies. We'll see what happens after I screen it tonight. Speaking of horrid performances, I've got a clip here of a stand-up comedian. These comedians I feature, they've got to be like amateurs, right? That are just appearing at open mic night. This guy, again, is fat, bad facial hair, wearing a fedora, and also he's got like a WWF belt over his shoulders. He just came from winning WrestleMania, and he's going to try his hand at comedy, I guess. I've never seen this before, but as he's getting up on stage, he's setting up his own camera.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
My bad. Hold on a second.
Then he leaves the stage because he forgot something.
I'm not leaving the stage, I just need to grab something.
Okay. Forgot maybe a prop or something? I mean, what else could he possibly need? He's got his hat and his WrestleMania belt.
I am clumsy.
The audience is just talking amongst themselves. They're not reacting to this at all. Whatever.
How are you all doing tonight?
There we go. Yeah!
Sorry, I just had to get the shot on my camera. I'm a YouTuber. Yes, I'm a bit of a celebrity.
That was not a joke. I mean, it is a joke, but he didn't say that as a joke. The comedy is getting ready to start in 3, 2...
Woo! Here we go. What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb?
Oh, it's going to be one of these awful comedians, the ones who actually tell jokes you would find in a joke book.
You can unscrew a light bulb.
There's one guy in the audience laughing. That is a sympathy laugh there. And you got to stop doing that. You're only encouraging this monstrosity.
Why did the blonde get fired from the M&M factory? She got
forgot
throwing away all the W's.
Well, no more sympathy laughter. We've got some groaning now.
You know,
there's no way he's going to win this audience back. I don't think he could if he wanted to.
Farting is, how is a fart not funny? It's a daily thing. We get up, we fart, and if you're married, you're with your wife in bed, and you put your ass underneath the sheets, and you put that sheet right over the top of her head. Yes, I'm talking about you. And you just rip one and she pops up and says, damn it, why the hell did you do that? You know, one of the things I do...
Wait, that's still a funny fart to me.
When I'm bored is...
This might be some good advice for audience members who are bored.
I'm just sitting there watching TV, I'm looking around, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick my ass to... everybody has instant messenger, don't you? The recordings, don't you?
What?
Well, one thing I like to do...
Inexplicably, this performance is 12 minutes long.
Is record my farts. Yes, I record... Yes, that's how immature I am. I will hit record and stick the phone...
Oh no, the prop he went to go retrieve is his phone.
With my ass.
I think I know where this is going.
And rip a fart. A juicy one sometimes. And I have one here for you right now.
Now, I can't be too hard on this guy because this is the kind of content I feature on Distorted View Daily. I present it in a better way, though. Let's see if this gets a laugh.
I just want to say, folks, please, at some point in the night, please try to laugh at my friend Chris. He's very funny. He's a magician. And at some point when he does come up here, please laugh at him. Because he tries to be funny. He tries to be a magician, but sometimes fails at it. But I just want to say thank you so much, and I'm sorry if it wasn't funny.
Talking up his friend. Did he just apologize for not being funny? Oh, it's such a shame this is the end of his set, because now it's getting good.
He tries to be funny.
Okay.
He tries to be a magician.
Sorry, I rewound it.
Sometimes fails at it. But I just want to say thank you so much, and I'm sorry if it wasn't funny. But yes, I know, I'm fat. I'm autistic. I'm not perfect.
Oh, it all makes sense.
And I wear suits all the time. Love you all. Joe Cronin sucks. All right.
This is a good tip for any aspiring comedian. If you go up on stage and you bomb, just say you're autistic. Crowd can't be mad at that, right? All right, moving on. Look, I understand that racial profiling is a real problem here in the United States, especially when it comes to police force or excessive force. But still, you know, some people deserve to be arrested. The police do everything by the books or whatever. I've got a clip here of some white bitches filming police officers doing their job. They pulled over, a guy. He happened to be black. I guess he was speeding or whatever. These girls got out of their car, ran up, intervened. They got up in the police officers' faces. Police didn't like that so much. So here are a couple of white saviors getting talked to by the police.
Not going to disclose that information.
Let me give you some advice. When we're on a traffic stop, you are not legally allowed to walk up and interfere with our traffic stop. You can stand back and record as much as you want to. But if you interfere with a traffic stop again, I'm going to arrest you for interfering. Okay. Do you understand that? Don't ever interfere when one of my guys is on a traffic stop. Okay? My name is Sergeant Dave Ernst. I'm with the State Police Gang Task Force. All right? This is your last warning. If you ever walk up on one of my officers during a traffic stop, I will place you under arrest.
All right.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Good?
Yes.
All right. You're free to go.
Okay.
Did you want to talk to us?
Am I being detained?
I mean, how fucking dumb are you, bitch? You're free to go. Am I being detained? Am I going to jail? Police brutality! Like, what? No, he said you can go, you stupid twats.
If you're in a traffic stop, I will place you under arrest.
Okay.
All right.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're free to go.
You're free to go.
Okay.
Did you want to talk to us?
Am I being detained? What?
You were never detained.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ever.
You weren't even supposed to be here, ladies. You're all fucking nosy and shit, and you got all up in this business.
Is that person being detained?
He wasn't. None of your business. It's none of your business.
I think it is my business.
How is it your business?
Because I'm a human being and I...
You have no interest in that traffic stop whatsoever.
I'm a human being!
I wish this girl would just be honest with the police officer. Like, look, I'm live streaming. Nothing gets views and likes faster than pointing my camera at a cop with the hashtag racial profiling.
It's none of your business.
There is a lot of racial profiling in this town?
Shut up with that crap.
Okay.
Rude.
There's a lot of idiots.
Officer.
Yeah.
Go, let's go. You're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, I can stay and talk anytime I want to.
I've said this before, but I hate when these people make me take the side of cops. I mean, we have played some clips here on the show where, police officers are doing some really shady, shitty shit. This is just a bunch of, whiny white kids trying to jump on a movement, but they're too dumb to realize, nothing is happening here.
Excuse me?
We have a live video going right now.
Talking about racial profiling. Go ahead.
Who's being racially profiled?
That individual.
For being in a gang?
For what?
Exactly.
For being in a... If anyone's being racist here, it's you, girl. You have no reason to think that this man was in a gang. That's the first thing you went to.
That individual.
For being in a gang?
For what?
I'm just saying because, he's black and very dark skin. And he talks ignorantly, like, someone in a gang might. He's very gangy with the grills and the bling and the spinners.
Exactly, just being brown.
For being brown.
Yes.
Exactly.
Wow, you are about as ignorant as I've ever met.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my goodness.
You're the one who's making these things happen.
Baiting the cop.
Yes. You guys, go do something else. Go have fun. Go do something. It's Friday night, man.
This is their fun on a Friday night, taking down the man. All right, real quick, before we get into the news, I've got an Uber ride here that went horribly wrong.
Fine. Holy fuck, man. What's up, bro? What's up tonight, man?
This is the passenger trying to talk to the driver.
Not much, man. You?
Holy fuck. Pussy. Everyone wants pussy.
Sure.
Everyone wants fucking pussy.
Now, this guy knows how to have fun. He's not harassing police officers for doing their job. He's hunting for poon, man.
Dude, I'm getting so much fucking pussy tonight. It's ridiculous. I got it waiting at my house. I got that shit waiting at my fucking house, bro.
Cool.
I got that shit waiting at my house.
It's alright, right?
Yeah, right. Oh my god. Dude, this is the Queen's bus, I'm pretty sure. Those fucking faggots.
And then you want me to take a left?
Yes, please.
Uber driver's all business. It's about at this point where the Uber driver gets a call.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, who's this?
I'm just calling because I called your Uber and I see that you're driving away.
Sorry, your name is Tamaka?
Yeah, this is the real Tamaka. The fake Tamaka is in the back seat.
Yeah.
No, straight, bro.
No.
Okay.
Yo.
So now the Uber driver's turning around to go pick up his real ride, and the guy in the back seat's starting to freak out.
I'm at the University Center.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I asked you, is it the Uber for Tamaka? And you said yes.
Dude, come on.
No. She's waiting over there.
Man, are you really serious right now?
Yeah, I'm serious. I need to get you back. That's what I asked you.
Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, so...
That's obvious.
If you were fucking my Uber and you said yes.
No, I double checked with you whether is it the Uber for Tamaka and you said yes. Okay, well, sorry about that, Tamaka. I am just gonna be coming back, okay?
No, you're going right, please.
Okay, I'm at the University
Yo,
Center. Do you know where that is?
Right,
yep.
Please. Right.
Thank you.
Thank
right.
you. No.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean no? I tipped, man, come on.
No.
What do you mean no? Where are you dropping me?
Back to where I picked you up from.
What the fuck? Why?
Well, because you are not my Uber.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Man, yo, dude, come on. What the fuck? Man, go right.
No, man.
Man, I gotta go home.
Yeah.
I'm not even your fucking...
There's so much pussy waiting for him at home, you don't understand!
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck, man?
Alright, stop screaming, or else I need to drop you off over here and I'll call the cops.
Dude, what the hell?
That'll
Seriously.
work.
Stop screaming, or else I'll call the cops.
Am I screaming right now?
Yes.
Oh, I'm screaming?
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm talking to you regularly.
Well, now...
If you don't...
Shut the fuck up.
What you're doing, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna stop it right over here and I'll call the cops.
All I'm asking...
Yes, but I cannot take you. That's what I'm telling you, because you are not my Uber.
Okay, so you fucked up.
No, I did not fuck up. I asked you, double checked with you whether is it the Uber
can you
for Jamaica.
ask to send another one?
Yeah, so you need to call Uber. I'm not the one who sends Uber.
Oh my god.
You use your... He doesn't understand how Uber works.
Literally not driving me to my...
He just sees a Middle Eastern guy and is like, oh, this must be my taxi.
No, I'm not.
You are a fucking piece of shit, you know?
Oh, all right, here we go.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna know what else? I'm killing you, bro.
I don't know if you could hear that, but he just said he's going to kill him.
Let's see how fucking cool you are now, eh? Get out. Get out, buddy. Hey? Get out. That's what I thought, you fucking piece of shit. You come to my country?
There it is.
Yeah?
Was waiting for that one.
I'm asking you again. Leave.
Yeah, make me.
All right.
You gonna call the cops?
Yes.
Or you gonna physically make me?
No, I'm gonna call the cops.
You're a pussy.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck you. You fucking piece of shit, packy fuck.
Ooh.
Are you gonna get out or no?
Are you gonna fucking call the cops?
Yes, I will.
Then you're a fucking piece of shit.
Okay. I'm calling it.
Dude!
I'm
Fuck
calling it.
you! I'll fucking knock you out! You fucking piece of shit! You fucking shouldn't even be driving Uber!
You're a paramedic.
Alright.
Alright, man.
So,
Alright.
I'm driving Uber.
Yeah.
He just opened and closed the door like 5 times in a row, but it wasn't even really a slam. You know what I mean? He was just open closing it.
Okay.
Like, that'll show him.
So there was a passenger who was not getting...
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. He just wraps it up with the cops on the phone, and that's it. In the description, it says, Thursday night, I was stopped by a wrong rider who claimed he's the actual rider's friend. When the actual rider called me, the guy went furious as to why I'm not taking him to his house. Now, I'm not an Uber driver, but apparently Uber drivers learn early on. You don't tell the person their name. You don't like say, hey, are you Jill for the Uber? Because, you know, if the person's drunk and dumb, they'll be like, yeah, I'm Jill. And then they'll just get in. You got to make them say their name. Like, who is this Uber for? I wonder if this guy ended up getting some pussy, or if the pussy just eventually got tired of waiting and went home. The pussies called their own Ubers. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. I could not do the show without my Sideshow members. If you would like to support the show, become a true and honorable freak today, go to superfreaksideshow.com, sign up, and you'll get access to the entire archive of Distorted View. We've done well over 3,000 shows since 2004. Every week we do exclusive shows just for paying members. Tomorrow we'll be doing an exclusive show, and again on Thursday we got one scheduled, so it's a great time to sign up. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. The price? A very reasonable $6.99 a month, even less, when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. Again, go to superfreaksideshow.com and sign up today. You'll be helping to ensure this quality entertainment continues on for a long, long time, or until I die. Other ways to support the show? Yes, we have a Patreon account, over 100 patrons strong, which is pretty cool. I think it's the first time we've crossed the 100 patron mark. If you'd like to support the show that way, you can pledge as little as $1. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I'll play your calls first. On the patron feed, we've got a special little podcast I do. I mean, I've only done one episode so far, but I'm scheduled to do another one this week. It's my little personal podcast project. Check it out, patreon.com/distortedview. Okay, 3 very quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, are you like me, a flaming homo with an insatiable appetite for cock and eating ass? By the way, you guys can use that as my full title when referring to me. Tim Henson, host of Distorted View Daily, and a flaming homo with an insatiable appetite for cock and eating ass. It's on all of my professional stationery, after all. Anyway, what I wouldn't give to be just like a normal, red-blooded, heterosexual male. If for no other reason, I feel like I could connect with you guys on a deeper level. Most of my audience, and 90+% of the world is straight. Why do I always have to be an outsider? That Tim Henson is weird. He's a dick-smoking fairy. Distorted View Daily is too weird for me. Too extreme. Extreme! Plus, like, when you look at homosexuals online, they're also, like, attractive or plastic with big, full lips and abs. I don't look like a gay person. I look like a fat, ugly, straight man. Why did God make such a mistake with me? Well, what if I told you you could correct God's mistake? Or Satan's creation. I know a lot of you people think that God don't make homosexuals. It's the work of the devil. Well, whoever is responsible for this, I'm pointing at myself, really done did goofed up. Can you guys tell I'm having a low self-esteem day? Anyway, there is a cure, I think. I can't quite understand what the hell this news story's about. Dr. Mariam Al-Sahil, New Age therapist and human development advisor, achieved 5 minutes of fame this week for her homosexual cure. I'm interested. The Kuwaiti doctor, and it's interesting because they put doctor in quotes. To me, that means she's not licensed, not really a doctor. That's a title she gave herself. The Kuwaiti doctor announced the discovery of therapeutic anal suppositories, which curb homosexual urges, which is kind of funny, because what do homosexuals love more than anything? Shoving shit up their asshole. You're telling me their favorite pastime could be the cure for homosexuality? Yes! The anal suppositories allegedly exterminate... Did you hear that pause there? It's because I'm reading ahead and it doesn't, like, it's not computing in my mind. Like, those cannot be the right words. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm mispronouncing something. But no, let me just read it to you. The suppositories allegedly exterminate sperm-eating anal worms, which are responsible for homosexuality. So the reason why you're gay is because you have worms, and these worms feed on jism. Makes perfect sense to me. She insists the suppositories work for both boys of the third gender as well as the fourth gender. Okay, there's too much new information being thrown at me here. I'm a little hung up on anal worms. Now we've got extra genders here, right? Third and fourth genders. Oh, butch lesbians is the fourth gender. Third gender, of course, effeminate males. Me, I'm raising my hand. Then the fourth gender is the butch lesbians, who, as we all know, can't get enough of that manly baby batter. Oh, and as suspected, she's not a real doctor. She's got an honorary doctorate from Turkey's International Union of Universities. The DeVry, if you will, of international higher learning. The Middle East Media Research Institute posted the video to Twitter and provided translation because it's all in that jib-jab language. Co-founder, I don't know why I had to give an example of that language. You know what I'm talking about, right? All right. The Middle East Media Research Institute posted the video on Twitter and provided the translation. Co-founded by a former Israeli intelligence operative, critics charge the institute uses inaccurate translations to portray the Arab world negatively. There's only so many ways to say anal worm. What else could she have been talking about? All right, second story we have for you today. We all know preacher Steven Anderson.
I believe that all homosexuals are pedophiles. If you actually study the history of homosexuality, even back into ancient Greece and the ancient Roman Empire, pedophilia has always been part and parcel of the homosexual agenda.
Yeah, but like back then, people died at 29. You know what I mean? You had to get married at 13 or 14. I don't think that's exclusively a gay thing. Anyway, Steven Anderson is back in the news. Steven Anderson, a pastor from Arizona, runs the Faithful Word Baptist Church and, of course, openly expresses anti-gay and anti-Semitic views. His website claims that he was due to preach in Dublin, Ireland on May 26th, but guess what? An online petition calling for Mr. Anderson to be banned from Ireland was created in response, gained 14,000 signatures. And now he's been officially banned from entering the country. Previously, he called for the death of former U.S. President Barack Hussein Obama, and praised the gunman who killed 49 people in an attack on a gay nightclub in Florida in 2016. He's one of the most controversial preachers in America. You know what? I think he really has overtaken the Westboro Baptist Church. They seem to be dying off, or dying down. He was born and raised in Sacramento, California, and started the Faithful Word Baptist Church in December 2005 from his Arizona living room. According to the church website, he met his wife, Susanna, while soul winning as an 18-year-old on the streets of Munich in Germany. The couple have been married for more than 17 years and have 10 children. Sounds like he's trying to compensate for something. I know it's cliche to say, like, oh, these guys, super anti-gay guys seem gay, but he really does seem a little fruity to me. Anyway, the couple have been married for 17 years. They have 10 kids. The church's website says Mr. Anderson has memorized well over 140 chapters of the Bible. Whoa! Useless. There's a book. Every time you go to church, there's the Bible right there. You can read from it. You don't need to memorize that shit. Come on. What a fucking show-off. That's something a gay person would do. Why you memorizing Bible verses, you faggot? It's a very prissy intellectual thing to do and brag about. I memorized 140 passages of the Bible. Irish Minister for Justice Charlie Flanagan, wow, what an Irish name, signed an exclusion order for Mr. Anderson with immediate effect on May 10th under the Immigration Act of 1999. It's the first time an inclusion order has been granted since the creation of the act 20 years ago. Mr. Anderson has been banned from a number of countries, including the UK, also I think South Africa too. Mr. Flanagan said he had signed the order under my executive power in the interest of public policy. So there you go. I'm sure Steven Anderson will use that, as part of his preaching. He's a martyr, whatever. All right, final story we have for you today. This one comes from Burger King in our most fucked up state. Sarah!
Oh, yeah. Praise Jesus. Give me hallelujah. Down home of Florida. Did a mold all day. Florida is a mold all day.
All right, a woman reportedly snarled at Burger King employees in Largo, Florida. I mean, that's not really Distorted View newsworthy. It's a little odd, but not for Florida, nor for Burger King. I rarely see someone happy at a Burger King. The employees are miserable. The customers are miserable. No one wants to be there. And by the way, I was so excited, 15, 20 years ago, when I first heard about the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines, which are now in pretty much all Burger Kings, or most Burger Kings. They're awful. The idea of them is brilliant. The problem is they're always out of something. So for those of you that don't know, the way the Burger King Freestyle machine works is it uses a little touch screen, and you've got tons of options, right? You can get regular Coke, or you could get like Coca-Cola with orange, Coca-Cola with peach, Coca-Cola with raspberry, but those, or, like Sprite with raspberry, or Sprite vanilla, or, Sprite peach, right? But those flavors, like the peach and the raspberry, they have their own little cartridges. It's like a printer, right? With printering. So, if someone uses up all the raspberry, then, there's tons of selections you can't make anymore. No Sprite raspberry for you. No Coke raspberry. No Mellow Yellow raspberry. And what tends to happen, because the employees of Burger King just don't give a fuck, you're given a cup to go to this Freestyle machine, and everything is grayed out. They're out of everything. Everything except, like, Fresca. Some bullshit no one wants. Rusty nail-flavored Fresca. Then you go up to the person behind the counter at Burger King, and you're like, your machine is out of everything. Can I get a raspberry Coke back there? In the back, because they have a machine by the drive-thru. And then it's a big, like, sigh. As she waddles back there to get your beverage. Also, the taste is always off. It always tastes diety. I hate diet soda, and I can taste whenever there's like an artificial sweetener or something that's not sugar, I can taste it. And I don't know what it is about these freestyle drinks, but they have a very like diety taste. And I don't know if it's because the last person who used the machine got diet and there's some like diet juice, in the pipes or something. And I'm getting a little squirt of that. But, it's all very annoying. Very unhappy with the freestyle experience. Also, and this is my final point, and I'll move on, I promise. I really thought when they introduced the freestyle machine, I thought they would do some cool, like, testing of new products there. Like, we're going to offer up some, test flavors that we're thinking about releasing, or, like, new soda products or something. No, they never do that. Or I thought they would bring back, like, old stuff that, people have been wanting for a while. They did do that with Surge. They brought, like, Surge back to Burger King, but that was really a one-off thing. I thought maybe they'd bring back the original Mr. Pibb or something. They're just not doing enough with this freestyle, and it's pissing me off. Everything's pissing me off today. Can you tell I'm in a very bad mood? I've got low self-esteem, and I'm pissed off. All right. There's things happening. I don't know. I've got some mental issues today. Should really get that looked at, medicated. All right, a woman reportedly snarled at Burger King employees in Largo, Florida, as they tried to convince her to leave the restaurant's bathroom. That's where she was holed up in. Police officers were eventually called to the scene, where they made a startling discovery. Authorities are claiming that after taking the suspect into custody, 7 syringes were discovered hidden inside her vagina. Nice. The Sun reports that Jamie Westcott was snarling and yelling and foaming at the mouth at Burger King employees from the bathroom, and she refused to leave. She was probably trying to dig out the syringes, and it's hard when you got 7 of them stuffed in your cunt. When the police arrived, they claimed that the subject showed several signs of narcotics usage. Is that where she injected herself in the pussy? She reportedly agreed to be searched, but became agitated when one of the officers felt something hard in her groin. That's my dick! That's my dick! At this point, Westcott reportedly told officers that she fucked up. Officers warned her that if she was taken into custody without revealing what the item was, she'd probably face additional charges. When she wouldn't reveal what the items were in her groin, officers took her into custody. At the station, Westcott finally relented and revealed that she had 7 syringes full of a clear fluid inside of her. Maybe they were just pussy suppositories. Trying to eliminate her vaginal worms. That's something I could see women really having to deal with. Because, women have all sorts of gross problems. Yeast infections, discharge, that type of thing. I could see women having to deal with fucking pussy worms. Oh, you poor ladies. What you have to deal with. I don't know how you live with those things. All right, she revealed she had 7 syringes full of a clear fluid hidden inside of her. She's been charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and resisting an officer without violence. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. You can send along links to things you think are funny that I should feature on the program. You can also call into our voicemail line. I love to hear from you. 206-666-4463. I'm going to play some calls in just a second here, but first let me remind you, we also are all over social media at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow, and YouTube.com/DistortedViewShow. All right, real quick, I got to say thanks to Level Lady Cat Lady, and I think some other freaks that are nameless. I don't think Level Lady Cat Lady mentioned this, or maybe it was just her. I apologize, Level Lady Cat Lady, get with me, because I'd like to give credit where credit is due. They sent a very nice gift to my mother for Mother's Day. Really showing me up. I don't like this at all. It was some candles, which is my mom loves. I think it was like some sort of like vanilla-y scent, and my mom loves that type of shit. So she is going to get a real kick out of that. I will let you know what she has to say about it. I'm not going to tell her about it yet because I did not manage to get up to Ashtabula for Mother's Day. It's like a 6-hour drive. I really got to space out my trips. Quite frankly, my mom is not worth it. Gas is so expensive. No, that's not true at all. I will be going up next month in June, and I'll bring the gift, and I will mention everyone who went in on that. Love Lady Cat Lady, again, if it was just you, let me know, or if there are some other people, and I'll let you know what she thinks about that. I'm sure she will love it. That was very nice of you / you guys. All right, let's check. Speaking of Love Lady Cat Lady, she called in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row on Sunday.
Hey, Tim, Love Lady Cat Lady. I know this is like the 5th time I'm calling in, but I kept choking on shit, and then somebody ran across.
Oh, I do want to hear that.
The street in front of my car. Anyway, the gifts for your mom, and then the Easter package that you will soon be getting, those aren't just from me.
Oh, perfect.
Some of the freaks donate money too, and you should totally open the Easter one on Twitch or something because there's lots of stuff in it, and the freaks.
I did not receive that. I got my mom's thing, but I did not get the other package, so maybe that one is coming a little bit later.
And I think they'd like that.
Oh, real quick, I was going to mention this when I was talking about Mother's Day. I tried calling my mom on Sunday. She was out, apparently, with my sister and my brother, because my sister messaged me and said, hey, wish you were here, and she included a picture, like a funny picture they took, all 3 of them, and I replied, oh my God, you guys are idiots, and then my sister replied, Mom just said fuck off to you, which is a word my mom never uttered until a few years ago, and it's all because of this show. We have given my mom a potty mouth. It's because I make her say all sorts of horrible things, reading those Craigslist ads and playing cunt or vegetable and stuff like that. This is stuff she would have never done, back when my dad was alive, so I've ruined Mom.
Very sweet. And don't worry about my finances because I have, level billionaire...
What?
Daddy.
Oh, you know what? I need to stop dealing with you, and I need to go right to Daddy. Maybe he can be an investor.
Dad.
I bring your daughter so much joy. That should be worth a couple cool mil, right?
With a Love Lady Cat Lady thing, but it didn't work. And I have ridiculous insurance, and I am getting surgery soon, but I'm not losing any limbs.
Oh God, let's not even joke about that, right? Next thing you know, the doctor's gonna be like, I'm sorry to tell you, you got to take your foot off.
Surgery because it fixes some nerve damage I have, and then, that'll be great. So I forgot what else I was going to say.
Well, Love Lady Cat Lady, thank you so much for that, and everyone who, chipped in for that. My mom is going to absolutely love it.
Hey, Tim. I was just listening to your May 6th show where you were talking about Lord Douche picking up and moving your glasses into the sink with dirty dishes.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting you leave them where they're, useful.
Yeah.
And you're totally in the right.
Thank you.
Being upset by this. That's fucking weird. You shouldn't put...
Everything he does is weird. I am convinced he's not a human being.
Dishes you're going to reuse in the sink.
Yeah.
With the dirty dishes.
Yeah. What? What is that?
Dirty. And you can't...
Thank you. Well, okay, I mean, it's not in, water in the sink or whatever. It's just
use them again.
It's just next to stuff. I just don't like it. It's just weird. Everything about him is so strange.
Hey, Tim, I just heard you talking about Rape Day on the show, and I was wondering...
Were we starting a new holiday? I forgot.
Not that I care or am interested in playing the game at all, but I was wondering if you changed the name to Consensual Zombies, if it would be allowed to be put on Steam.
Probably. I mean, zombie games are huge.
Or do you think that...
and the word consensual is a real buzzword.
That it wouldn't matter. Just curious.
Yeah, for those of you that don't remember, I'll give you a bit of an update. Rape Day was a game that was going to be available on Steam. I think it was currently being developed. Quote, verbally harass, kill, and rape women as you choose to progress the story, reads the official description. It's a dangerous world with no laws. The zombies enjoy eating the flesh off warm humans and brutally raping them. But you are the most dangerous rapist in town. Well, I don't know when we talked about this on the show, but there is an update. Valve has decided not to distribute Rape Day. Surprise, surprise. After significant fact-finding and discussion, we think Rape Day poses unknown costs and risks, and therefore it won't be on Steam. I have no idea if the developers are still going to go forward with this game and just sell it off of their site or something. I'll look into it a little bit further for you freaks. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD. Is it? Oh, God.
All right, you're free to go.
Okay.
Did you want to talk to us?
Am I being detained?
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Remember, tomorrow's show will be Sideshow exclusive, so if you want to hear it, you gotta sign up. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now. Check it out. Otherwise, I will see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Já forró, olha só quem a gente encontra. Picha, muda. Vem.
Ai, bye, bye. Ai, 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 bye.
Você tá muito bonita, viu? Você tá muito bem vestida. Tá gostando do João Forró?
Ai, bye. Ai, bye. Ai, bye. Ai, bye. Ai, bye. Ai, bye.